Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here and welcome back to week 9 of the WBE. The Jubilife Piplups are guaranteed playoffs because we are able to grab 6 wins, which is really nice. And yeah, we are going to be facing a tough opponent. We have week 9, I think, out of 10 weeks of the WBE standard season and then before playoffs. So we have the Jubilife Piplups versus the San Diego Chimchargers, coached by Lord Emvee. And if you don't know who Emvee is, one of my favorite players to watch in general, in singles, in just Pokemon in general. Like, I don't watch much VGC content, I watch a lot of singles content, and when I watch singles, it's usually Pokemon, Emvee, and Blunder. Like, I just watch those people and I'm really excited to play Emvee. So yeah, this is our first, I think, encounter for singles. I don't think we've ever battled otherwise. I don't think we've ever battled, but you know what, should be a fun one. I'm excited for this one. I want to test some stuff as well since we are guaranteed for playoffs. So, and also last week, I keep thinking I keep doing this, I keep bringing too much defensive things and I keep lacking the damage output. So this time I kind of want to mix things up, go with a more offensive route for this week, and I want to test how it works, especially since I think it looks pretty good against Emvee's team in general. If you want to know our squad, the Jubilife Piplups consists of a roster of Corviknight, Conkeldurr, Rotom-Wash, Amoonguss, Umbreon, Rhyperior, Reboot, Alolan Exeggutor, Frostlass, Clefairy, and a Oranguru. Emvee's San Diego Chimchargers consists of Dragapult, Togekiss, Mamoswine, Obstagoon, Bronzong, Virizion, Centiskorch, Reunguris, Lantern, Skuntank, and Shuckle. Very scary draft. I actually absolutely love Emvee's draft. I think it's a fire draft, and yeah, it's a very scary, and Emvee's a very important opponent here because I want to get a feel, because there's a very good chance that I am probably like the lower of the 3 seeds in the playoffs when that actually happens. So I think I have a very likely to face the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd seed, I think, at the rate it's going on. I don't know how differentials work exactly, so I could face Emvee, who, if he does win this week, I think guarantees 1st seed. I think he's tied with Joey though, so yeah, it could be, I think I could face either Joey, Emvee, or whoever the 3rd seed is going to be at the end of the season. So yeah, definitely going to be an important one, especially since I need to get a feel for this matchup, because I could rematch Emvee in the playoffs, especially the 1st round, which is the important one. That's the championship round. So yeah, very scary team. If you want to know what I'm expecting here, I'm expecting an offensive take from Emvee. Like, I'd say the Pokemon I would rule out would be Shuckle, Reunguris, or Renew, I don't know how you pronounce that Pokemon. Runerigus? Oh, it's Runerigus. Oh, probably made it so much easier. The Mamoswine, Runerigus, and Shuckle, I think, are not coming. I don't think Centiskorch is coming either. If I want to say the draft picks, I'd say Dragapult, Togekiss guaranteed coming. I think they're really good against my team. They're very flexible against me. I want to say Obstagoon comes because that thing's a threat. Just Guts Wall Breaker. It's just really good against my team. Can Parting Shot out. Facade's really hard for me to switch into. A knockoff, pretty good. I think it's a pretty big threat, especially since it's pretty fast. It's pretty good against a lot of my team. And also, like, Emvee doesn't exactly have the best ghost switching, so I'm thinking that Obstagoon could be brought. Bronzong, I'm expecting Virizion, and I think I'm expecting Lantern. I think those would be the Pokemon I would expect. I could see Skuntank sneaking in though for the Obstagoon potentially, but honestly, that's what I expect. Dragapult, Togekiss, Obstagoon, Bronzong, Virizion, and Lantern. Those are the 6 I expect, and I could see Skuntank replacing the Obstagoon. But basically, yeah, that's what I would expect from Emvee if I'm being real here. I don't know what Dragapult he would run. I'm thinking he's gonna, because Dragapult's just such a good Pokemon. It gets so many different sets. Of course, it is an ST for a reason. I think there could be like, what, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, which I know is a thing. He could run Specs. He could run Dragon Dance. There's just like a lot of sets that he could run in this set, and I think they're all good against me. I think he would go more special just to handle Corviknight better. Maybe like a Wisp, Hex set, or Specs potentially. I think it's gonna be like Wisp Hex, I feel like, against my team, because I feel like status is going to be good for me, and I feel like he might try to get Toxics against me. Yeah, so I'm thinking that Togekiss, I'm not sure. So I'm thinking if he brings Skunk Tank, he's going to bring defensive Skunk Tank with like Toxic and maybe Defog. So I think Togekiss might be like, I don't know, he might expect me to bring Rhyperior and try to bring Grass on. I think he's going to bring offensive. I think offensive Togekiss is really good. I don't know if he's going to run Nasty Plot or not. I don't think he would run Scarf against me because I have okay switch-ins. And I don't think locking the Scarf is the best one. But I am thinking it's going to be offensive Togekiss. I think it's really good against me. Maybe Nasty Plot. Obstagoon, I do think he's going to bring like a Flame Orb Wall Breaker. Bronzong, I think Iron Defense Body Press is really good against me in general. I could see him having like a Psychic move to deal with the Amoonguss. And then, I don't know, maybe like Trick Room or Earthquake or something. But that's kind of what I'm expecting. Oh, or a Steel move. Yeah, actually, no, Steel move on Frosta. So probably like a Steel move, Body Press, Iron Defense. I'd say maybe Trick Room or Psychic move. Maybe Rocks. Rocks is definitely a potential though. I gotta watch out for that. Virizion, I'm thinking Calm Mind could be a thing, or Swords Dance. I think Virizion's gonna be brought because it handles Umbreon and Rotom decently well. So that's why I'm thinking Virizion. I think it gets Air Slash, so Calm Mind, Air Slash. I don't remember Virizion. I gotta double check. I'll double check in the morning. And then the Lantern, I'm thinking it's just gonna be like a Volt Switch set. Realistically, just maybe like a Heal Bell set because I brought a lot of status before, so I think that would be its best option. And then Skunk Tank again, I said it would probably be defensive. So those are my takes. Those are my predictions for what Emvee is gonna bring potentially. You could definitely bring some other stuff, but I feel like those would be his best options. And again, I don't really expect him to bring any of the other Pokemon mentioned. Yeah, I just don't expect it. So gonna bring the first member here, and I really want to try to use this for a while, but I feel like there's always something that's always stopping this Rotom set from working. So we are going to be trying out Nasty Plot Rotom Wash. We have a pretty fast Rotom Wash, timid, just max HP, 244 speed. We have Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot. I don't want to run Dark Pulse because I am worried about Justified Virizion, which I think is a big threat. I want Shadow Ball because it hits the Dragapult, the Bronzong, as well as the Lantern because it could wall me with Deep Volt Absorb. So I think Nasty Plot Rotom's really good. I'm going to try to fight for that end game because, again, I don't think he's going to bring Scarf User. The way I open up for the Rotom is I'm going to have to deal with Dragapult, Virizion, and the Obstagoon, but this Pokemon definitely can get some KOs. I made it outspeed Skuntank, max speed. I don't know if he would actually bring max speed Skuntank, but I thought it was a good benchmark anyway. Outspeeds Mamoswine, outspeeds Togekiss, so I might as well since I have that ability. And yeah, basically gonna try to get this Rotom. I think it could be really good just damage wise, offensively, as well as like a good end game mon here. So next mon we are going to bring is going to be the Conkeldurr, and I'm finally trying out a pretty offensive set. We have the Choice Band Conkeldurr, Iron Fist, Drain Punch, Knockoff, Ice Punch, Mach Punch, and the EV spread, what it allows me to do is it allows me to outspeed paralyzed Pokemon. Specifically, it allows me to outspeed paralyzed, I believe it's Obstagoon I decide to go for as the member. Or maybe it was Skunk Tank. It was definitely one of Obstagoon or Skunk Tank. Yeah, I think it was both actually. But I'm running Choice Band Conkeldurr. The reason I'm bringing Choice Band Conkeldurr is because I think it's pretty good overall. Because Emvee's switch-ins are kind of strange. So there's Dragapult, which doesn't really want to switch in Conkeldurr normally because of knockoff. There's Togekiss, which I don't think you're gonna bring defensive, but if you bring defensive, I do want to chunk it. If it's like defensive wish set, I do want to chunk it with Ice Punch. And then like everything else, like I just do a bunch of damage with like Drain Punch. Like this is supposed to be a wall breaker for Virizion. It beats Obstagoon, which is like absolutely insane, as well as like hits a Lantern for a good amount. So hitting those Pokemon super hard, and the switch-ins just don't exist. Like this Pokemon is here to do damage. My goal for this week is to try to fight for an end game where I'm stun sporing, which I do have on the Amoonguss, and that I'll get into that in a bit later. But basically just trying to set up for the Rotom or Conkeldurr to potentially sweep just by like getting the status on the field, and then just like being able to like break through with these slower but still effective wall breakers. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do in this game. Try to use the Conkeldurr and Rotom Wash to their fullest potential. The following Pokemon next is going to be Umbreon. And the reason I am bringing Umbreon is because Dragapult is just such a scary Pokemon. That Pokemon's actually scary. I'm running a Wiki Berry set, and the reason I'm running Wiki Berry is because I'm worried in case there's Dragon Darts from a Dragon Dance Dragapult. It's just like some insurance just in case. So I wanted to make sure like maybe I could live like a 2 Darts combination if Umbreon gets pretty low throughout the game. So that's why I want to bring a Wiki Berry this time instead of like Leftovers, which is more passive. So going with Foul Play, Wish, Heal, but Baton Pass. Again, as you can see, the goal right here, get Baton Pass, momentum, bring out Kong, bring out Rotom. And yeah, like this thing's supposed to scale out the Dragapult and allow me to Baton Pass into other Mons, especially since it can invite in the Virizion very easily. So that's why I kind of want to get that Baton Pass and keep up the offensive momentum. And I think it's definitely good against a large amount of just switching in. Like, it only has to really worry about like Togekiss. I made it defensive just in case Obstagoon becomes a bit too problematic. Again, I'm really scared of Obstagoon. I want to make sure I take hits well or decently okay. So yeah, and I have special defense in case he does go like a special Dragapult, just in case, to be safe. But yeah, that's what this Umbreon does. Wishing Up is pretty big for Conkeldurr as well as Rotom. Be able to Baton Pass into the more offensive threats, and yeah, deal with Dragapult. That's basically what the Umbreon's supposed to do. Next we have Amoonguss, and this Amoonguss is going to be the Rocky Helmet set with Giga Drain, Stomping Tantrum, Sludge Bomb, and Stun Spore. Pretty complicated EV spread, but I don't remember too much. I kept debating about this. I kept going in between Cobra Berry and Rocky Helmet, because I felt like I was bringing a lot of physically defensive Pokemon, but in the end, Obstagoon is just too much of a threat. That Pokemon is just so scary. Obstagoon is actually just terrifying for my team because I can't switch in effectively. So I'm bringing Rocky Helmet and Amoonguss just to help ease the Obstagoon better, make it have a more limited or damage output, I guess. I don't know. I just think Obstagoon's a threat. That thing's a threat. I didn't really need my item. I felt like the only other item I would really run on this mon is probably Cobra Berry. I think it does very well against the rest of Envee's team. Otherwise, Giga Drain for the Lantern, Sludge Bomb for the Togekiss, Stomping Tantrum to hit the Skunk Tank just in case, and Stun Spore. Again, the goal of the team is maybe I could get Amoonguss in, and their primary switch-ins could be, I don't know, Togekiss. If it's Goggles, I don't know if it's going to be Goggles or not. Stun Spore potentially. I just want to Stun Spore some potential threats if I can, potentially. Like maybe I could catch Obstagoon if it's Sleep Talk, I don't know. But yeah, the goal is, or Stun Spore the Skunk Tank, which would actually be pretty nice to Stun Spore a Skunk Tank because it allows Conkeldurr to outspeed and threaten it heavily with like a Drain Punch or something. So yeah, that's like the goal of using the Amoonguss, getting the Stun Spore off, and yeah, I think it'll be good. It's just, it's gonna be tough. This is my main switch into Virizion, which is something I really wanted because I want to make sure I have a switch in for Virizion. The Pokemons can be a threat, so yeah, just wanted Amoonguss for a dedicated Virizion answer, and it's pretty good overall. Corviknight next. Standard Corviknight. I mean, I just really didn't have a reason not to. I think Leftovers, again, another physically defensive set. Brave Bird, U-Turn, Defog Roost. Again, dealing with Virizion, I'm trying to open up the door for Frostlass. I mean, not Frostlass, Rotom Wash as much as possible. And Brave Bird to hit Virizion, U-Turn for momentum. I'm running Mint Speed so I can U-Turn out more safely into Pokemon such as like Rotom Wash, Conkeldurr, or Frostlass. Again, the offensive threats. I'm basically having 3 Bulk Mons to absorb the attacks and pivot out into my momentum Pokemon, which is Rotom Wash, Conkeldurr, and Frostlass, because they're really good against Envee's team. So yeah, going with this defensive set, don't really know what the EV spread does. I kind of just put random numbers because honestly I didn't know what to calc for. There wasn't really anything I really needed to calc for. There was no special thing that I think I needed with the EV spread. Braver, it's not supposed to be doing damage. It's supposed to tank attacks mainly from like, I don't know, physical Dragapult, Obstagoon, and Virizion, which could be a big threat. And yeah, that was pretty much the goal of the Corviknight, just U-turn, defog in case of the Bronzong, and yeah. And finally, last mon will be Frostlass. So Reason I'm bringing Frostlass is because of the fact that Frostlass is pretty good against Emvee's team, especially the Pokemon I'm expecting. Dragapult, Togekiss, and Virizion would mean 3 Ice Weeks, which is really good for me. Obstagoon can switch in Ice Beam super well. Bronzong can switch into Shadow Ball, and Lantern doesn't like taking Shadow Ball specifically. And Skuntank will still take a decent chunk from Ice Beam. So thinking Frostlass is really good, especially again, since I'm thinking it's going to be like Iron Defense on the Bronzong. I'm thinking, okay, if he gets an Iron Defense up, what am I supposed to do? Because I originally had Reboot over the slot, actually. I was bringing Reboot, but then I remembered, oh shoot, that Bronzong could be a threat, especially since he could bring Heat Proof. He could bring Heat Proof Bronzong and just like absolutely wall me with like Iron Defense. So I was like, can't really do that. So I was like, what do I do? I was like, you know what, Specs Frostlass could do a lot of work again. Dealing with Togekiss, especially if it's an offensive set, maybe I could one shot, which would be really good. And Shadow Ball again, dealing with that Bronzong as much damage as possible, doing a lot to Virizion. And yeah, I could set up for a Frostlass sweep or just use Frostlass to weaken it down for the end game Rotom Wash. So yeah, especially since he doesn't have switch-ins. So I'm bringing the Choice Specs Frostlass, just outspeed Virizion, and Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Spikes, and Destiny Bond. I have Spikes because of the fact that I feel like I'm not sure how he's going to play the Bronzong, so which is probably the only mon that gets hazards on what he's going to bring against me, I think. So unless he brings... No, Skuntank doesn't get T-Spikes. I think only Runerigus is the only Pokemon that gets hazards. So yeah, I think only Bronzong will have hazards. So I'm not exactly too sure like how Bronzong's going to be played here. Like I'm thinking maybe like if he Stealth Rocks up, I need to defog. But if not, Spikes damage is really nice, I felt like. So I was debating a lot about the Frostlass. I was debating about Thunder Wave because like Thunder Wave everything besides the Lantern, which would be pretty effective against his team. But I feel like going Spikes because the damage matters so much, especially on Pokemon like Lantern. Like hitting Lantern for Spikes damage is really crucial because every time he tries to switch it on, like maybe like Rotom, for instance, absolutely huge. That chip is going to matter so much for Nasty Plot Shadow Ball in a potential late game scenario because Lantern can't reliably heal. Being able to spike up against the being able to chip away the Dragapult for like foul play depending on its set, once again chipping away the Obstagoon every time it decides to come in. And yeah, like just Spikes are just I think really good in general. And then Destiny Bond because I want, in case I a cheeky KO I need to get potentially. So what I feel like maybe I could do with the Frostlass is like I want to see how he reacts to the Frostlass immediately. I want to probably go for Spikes because I'm probably going to try to get Spikes up. So maybe he won't think, oh, if he's spiking, he's probably not Spec. So like I'm safer. And then afterward, hit him with the hard attacks. He thinks I'm Specs. And then he won't expect a Destiny Bomb once Frostlass's job is done. So that's basically the goal of the Frostlass. It's again, the end game going to be opening up for the Rotom. So Rotom, Conk, and Frostlass are the 3-star members. I can win with the game with each of them depending on what I decide to, what I can get rid of immediately. But these Pokemon are going to be super effective. I'm bringing Choice Band and Choice Specs. I don't really usually bring like double choice, especially offensive, unless it's Choice Scarf with pivots like a Reboot U-turn. But yeah, that should be exciting. I do want to try this out. I want to try out a little bit different because I want to make sure I can get a good balance of offense and defense, especially for playoffs coming out. I really want to make sure that this goes, and I think it can do well against Emvee. I think we have a good shot. I do think we have a good shot. I'm definitely going to have to pivot round correctly, but I feel like if I can get the right momentum. But yeah, I'm really excited for this battle. Again, go check out Emvee's channel down below. He's a crazy battler. He's really good and make some great content. I do watch it. I do enjoy watching him and Joey and Blunder and a bunch of others. But yeah, should be a good one. Very excited. I hope I don't get destroyed. I feel like I definitely could, because especially if the momentum swings down, because like I'm not bringing defensive tools, which allows me to make more mistakes usually. Yeah, could be a thing, especially if I get locked into the wrong move. But yeah, should be exciting. Let's have the battle right now. We're gonna cut to the battle with Emvee. Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today we have a week 9 of the WBE versus Lord Emvee. Very exciting because Emvee is one of the two players I want to play in this league for sure. I wanted to play Joey and I want to play Emvee because I've been like, when I watch Pokemon content, I normally actually watch singles content, and Emvee, Joey are people that I just watch for a long time. So I'm very excited to play Emvee in his home turf. So should be exciting. And yeah, I really am looking forward to this battle. We're trying out some offense stuff, a little bit different from what I normally do, but yeah, should be a good one. I'm hoping. Should be a good one. Let's see what he brought here. Ooh, no Obstagoon. Wow. Okay. Very different from what I expected, actually. I really thought that there was going to be an Obstagoon. Surprised that we're actually going to see the Centiskorch. Okay. I was really scared of Obstagoon. Alright, Dragapult, Togekiss, which we expected. Skuntank was a possibility, which I expected. Yeah, pretty much everything except the Centiskorch was basically accounted for. But no Virizion too. That's crazy. Oh, Rotom looks so good in this game. I'm really liking Rotom a lot if I can plan accordingly, because the Nasty Plot Rotom looks really good here. And yeah, he doesn't have a good Stun Spore switch in if it's not a Goggles on a Pokemon. So yeah, trying to figure out what I want to lead here. Bandit Conkeldurr looks good too. Bandit Conkeldurr clicks Ice Punch, I think, every time. Trying to figure out what I want to lead though. I kind of want to just lead Conkeldurr realistically. I don't think he leads Kiss. Do I think he leads Kiss? I don't think you do. I feel like you lead a Bronzong or something. Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of a tough lead position because honestly, no Virizion and no Obstagoon were very big surprises. Like everything else, like I accounted for specifically, but like just those two Pokemon not being brought, no Virizion, is crazy. I guess because like I just wall it too much, but I thought it was so important for Rotom. But let's see how this is gonna go. All right, we're gonna see Night Fury, the Dragapult lead. Okay. So Dragapult leads versus my Conkeldurr. I wonder if he has anything that can actually one-shot me. I kind of just want to go Umbreon to make it safe. I don't see a problem going Umbreon. Yeah. I don't want to take like a Specs Draco Meteor and get blown back, or maybe a Will-O-Wisp here. Oh shoot, what the heck? All right, he leads Dragapult. Okay, so we decide I'm gonna make the same play, go to Umbreon. I don't want to get blown back by like a Specs Draco Meteor right here, so I think it is my best interest to switch out here, especially since Conkeldurr is actually pretty good against this team. I'm gonna go Umbreon as he goes for the sub right away. Okay, so sub. I'm not surprised to see sub here. I wonder if it's gonna be, oh, leftovers. Okay, good information, good information. Just gonna click foul play, I guess. I mean, if he has Willow, he's gonna burn his own thing, which is fine. He's gonna go for Draco, completely okay. Like, I'll take this decently well, especially since he's not a boosting item. That's max special attack for sure. Okay, so it is special. Good thing I didn't sack my Conkeldurr there. Foul play gonna come out, do an okay amount to the all right, break the sub, pretty good. I gotta watch out for this thing, but I feel like I'm good overall. Pretty sure his last move is gonna be like some kind of status move, maybe Thunder Wave or Willis. I'm gonna Baton Pass right here. Even if he stays in with the even if he stays in with this Dragapult, I don't think he would, because he's -2 special attack. So yeah, he is going to switch out. Gimme Fortune's going to come out, which is going to be the Togekiss. Not surprised here, as I will, let's see, Baton Pass. The question is into who? I'm thinking Rotom's probably my play here, and maybe just going straight for damage with a Thunderbolt. Or I could go Specs Frostlass and just get some KOs, and I kind of like that option. So I am going to go my Frostlass here, and I think I want to click Spikes. I really want some hazards on his side of the field. I don't think he's going to go Bronzong. Maybe he's like a Selfish Centiskorch, or maybe he's like, I don't know. I don't think you go the Skuntank unless it's especially defensive. Yeah, I'm just going to set up a Spike. I want some kind of like pressure against his team. So I'll set up the Spike. I don't think he's going to stay in unless he's Scarf. Unless he's Scarf. He could be Scarf. We are going to see the swap though from Togekiss. Okay. into Heat Lord, which should be the Center Scorch. Yep. Okay. So I am able to get a Slayer Spikes off. And now I don't have the exact best switch into this Pokemon, which I kind of realized afterward. Maybe I just go Rotom here. He could call that though, but really I think there's no reason for him not to just Fire Lash here. Ooh, maybe it was actually just better to Shadow Ball now that I think about it. I did kind of want to Shadow Ball. Okay, what's expendable? Corviknight is very expendable actually in this matchup. I don't need Corviknight as much. But I know he's going to Fire Lash right away, so I'm going to go Rotom first, I think. Because I don't think he would Power Whip immediately here. But we'll see. If he Power Whips immediately, I could be screwed. Let's see. Does he make the call? Knock off. Okay. So just gets rid of my leftover. It's not the worst case. I really don't want to get a Power Whip. I really need Chip on this thing too. I'm just gonna go Corviknight. I want to scout out for a Power Whip potential. No leftovers is pretty bad though. I wonder if it is Assault Vest. I feel like it is Assault Vest by the way he's playing it. He is gonna swap. Okay. Gonna be into Illuminate the Lantern here. All right. So I'm not too worried about this thing. Take some spikes damage. Very important for a Nasty Plot Rotom Suite, which I'm completely okay with. I kind of want to U-turn out. I could go in Amoonguss, but then he Volt Switches and then I lose a lot of momentum. I don't think it's important to keep Corviknight healthy because, again, like the Pokemon I had Corviknight for was specifically one Pokemon. And I just need to swing to Defog, which I think I can easily on Bronzong anyway. So Volt Switch is going to come out. Do an okay amount. Yeah, like I know I'm going to have to take some kind of momentum turn, and I think this is it. I get a U-turn off into a threat. Specifically, I'm hoping I can get in my Conkeldurr potentially. Let's see. Give me Fortune. Going to come out back in a Togekiss. So maybe as a fire move? Not sure. How about U-turn though? How much do I do to Lantern with Shadow Ball? I feel like it's not enough yet. I could go in Amoonguss, but I don't want to take an Air Slash. I could go back into Frostlass, and Frostlass actually might be the play here. Yeah, I like Frostlass a lot. I think Frostlass is good because I just get to click Shadow Ball now. Yeah, and I'd rather click Shadow Ball now, I think. What do I Ice Beam again? I want Shadow Ball because, like, if it's Center Scorch, I do want as much chip as I can on it. We're going to see the Togekiss switch out here. Center Scorch back again? Yep. Okay. So I can get a massive hit onto the Center Scorch here. Is it Heavy Duty Boots? It is Heavy Duty Boots. Okay. So it's just going to take this decently well. Yeah, an okay amount. That's definitely max but def, I think. I want the Defog for the Bronzong. This is tough. I actually didn't expect a Center Scorch here, but I brought 3 Fire Weeks and no really good switches. Can't go Umbreon. Maybe Conk? Maybe I go Amoonguss. Amoonguss is good though. Oh, I'm struggling to figure out what I want to bring. I'm just gonna go Corviknight. If I lose the Defog, it's not like the end of the world because I don't think Corviknight's beating anything on the team. Like, he can't heal, which is nice unless it's Wish Togekiss, and that's fine. Knockoff is okay here too. So I don't mind a knockoff coming out. Is he gonna Fire Lash this turn? I think he would. Yes, I'm gonna go Rotom here. Because I might as well just keep Corviknight if it's, you know, alive. If it's alive, it's better. Like, Rotom taking damage isn't like the end of the world either. I get a Hydro Pump off this coming up turn. Yeah, he Fire Lashes. Okay, perfect. And Hydro Pump should knock out, I think, the Center Scorch at this range. If it doesn't, I'd be very shocked. He did take the Spec Shadow Ball really well. But you know what? I'm going to fire a Hydro Pump. He doesn't know what kind of Rotom set I am, so... Yeah, he's going to swap, which is good because, like, anything taking spikes damage or the Hydro Pump damage is nice. We're going to see the Lantern come in. Very... Is it Water Absorb? Yeah, I didn't think it would be. I think it would be the Volt Absorb. So I do get some damage off. Again, I'm trying to play for a nasty plot end game, which means I had to get rid of Dragapult here. And once I get rid of Dragapult, it's looking really good, unless he's like a Scarf Pokemon. So I'm completely okay with this. I'm going to go Amoonguss here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go Amoonguss because I know he's going to Volt Switch here, but there's nothing I can do. I'm physically defensive Amoonguss, so I should be able to take on the Center Scorch pretty okay. Yeah, as he Volt Switches. Like, he's taking all that Spikes damage and he's not leftovers, which is really good for me. So I'm okay with like the trades right now. I think the trades have been really good for me so far. Let's see what he brings out here. Could be Dragapult once again, which, you know, wouldn't be the end of the world. Wouldn't be great for me though. I would like to get a Wish off potentially. We're gonna see the Heat Lord come out. Okay, I don't mind taking one Fire Lash though here in this position. Maybe he knocks off, but that's fine. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb, I think, or do I Stun Spore? I kind of want to Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire off a Sludge Bomb. I want damage on this thing. This thing's important. Oh, it goes for sub, so perfect. Sludge Bomb's good, although potentially wasn't the right play. I don't know if this breaks the sub. I hope it does, but like the Spec Shadow Ball didn't do much. Yeah, this thing doesn't get recovery, I don't think. I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bomb once again. He goes for Fire Lash, so be it. He's in range of where I need it to be. Goes for the Fire Lash, completely fine. That does so much damage, but it's fine. I do have the Rocky Helmet after all for the chip. Was supposed to be for the Obstagoon, but it's good for this thing too. I do get the Sludge Bomb off. He can no longer sub. So he's what? Knock off, Fire Lash, sub. I don't know what his last move is. But what's cool is now he can't switch into Shadow Ball, which is really good for me. The question is, what do I want to go out into now? Do I sack Amoonguss, which doesn't sound like the play? I think going Corv is always a play here. Yeah, I think going Corv is always a play. I really want to scout for a Power Whip potentially. Maybe I should have just went hard Rotom. Rotom might have been a safe play, but you know what? It's fine just to go out into my Corviknight, I think. Yeah, I think it's fine to go into Corv. Because like I still think that Amoonguss is really good for the end. Goes for the knockoff, which is fine. Because I like having the Rocky Helmet there for Skuntank, just in case. He keeps going for knockoff. I don't know if he was just trying to get a mid-ground or not. I really want to get a Wish in a Rotom, though. Because Rotom's getting low at this point. I think I'm going to U-turn. I'm going to sack Corv. I don't think I need Corv for the game. Yeah, he's going to Fire Lash, but that's fine. I get free Frostlass in and get to click Shadow Ball, I think, other than Skuntank coming in, which, you know, as Skuntank comes in, I do have the Amoonguss as a switch, as well as like Conkeldurr, so yeah. I'm going to bring in the Frostlass here and just click Shadow Ball, I think. Although maybe I could have went to Conk because Conk kind of threatened a lot on his team. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball right here. Very safe play. I don't think he sacked this though, but I think it's better just to Shadow Ball. Yeah, don't risk the don't risk this Pokemon. This Pokemon's a threat. Nice. I don't want to Ice Beam predicting the Skuntank either. Shadow Ball should KO at the range. Yep. All right, so we do give it a Center Scorch. That thing was a threat. Jeez, like that Mon took so much health from my team. Let's see who he's gonna bring out now. Could be the Dragapult here. Could be the Skuntank here. I think both work. You should know I'm specs at this point, I think, because of the damage, because he's definitely specially defensive on the Center Scorch. He's probably calking too, so yeah. Momentum wise, I think I'm losing right now, but I definitely can bring it back, I think, with some good wishes. The problem is how am I going to wish up, and I feel like I could wish up decently well against the Lantern and the Bronzong, so we'll see. Alright, we finally get to resume the game. Me and Emvee have been trying to recreate this for quite a bit now, probably about, I don't know, an hour. We are going to see finally the next Pokemon. The Skuntank comes out. Okay, not surprised. Little bit concerned about what this Pokemon's going to do specifically. I think I'm just going to go hard Amoonguss, since I do have Stomping Tantrum on the thing, and I want to see what the Skuntank decides to go for. Could sub up. I don't remember Skuntank gets any setup moves specifically, but yeah, I'm just gonna go into Amoonguss. I do have Stomping Tantrum to handle this Skuntank. I could also throw off a Stun Spore potentially. Oh, plot. Yo, that is not something expected. Okay. So it has nasty plot. That's really bad for me, actually. Yeah, that's really bad for me, huh? Since I didn't bring the special defensive wall this time, I'm just gonna throw off a stomping tantrum, I guess. I think I have to let Amoonguss go down. Nasty plot's kind of fire. Here comes a flamethrower. Okay. Flamethrower gonna eliminate the Amoonguss right away. I didn't expect that. I don't think Frostlass could KO this Mon either, so I think I gotta go Conk. Conk should live one at least, since it's not Life Orb. Very dangerous situation. I'm gonna go Conk. He could go Hard Kiss, which is a problem. Ooh. Didn't respect the nasty plot, Skunk Tank. I thought it'd be defensive. All right. Drain Punch, Mock. Either Drain Punch or Ice Punch here for sure. I'm gonna Drain Punch. He might go Dragapult though, or Kiss. Maybe I should have read this. Ah, okay. I should have. Dang it, my gut. All right, we're gonna see the Togekiss come out. Not the end of the world. I don't know if it's Scarf though. If it's Scarf, I'll say if it's Scarf, we probably lost the game anyway, because I lost my Dazzling Gleam Fairy switch-ins when I lost Corv. I don't know how offensive that is. I am Choice Banded. I don't know if that's... I mean, I'm gonna go hard Frostlass anyway. I can't really afford to take a Gleam here. And I'm just gonna try to click Ice Beam a bunch. I should have just hard Ice Punched. Oh well, Frostlass comes out. Yeah, they do Dazzling Gleam. I don't know if you're Scarf. If you're Scarf, you probably just sweep me. That looks offensive to me. I don't know what kind of variant it is. Let's see. I'm gonna Ice Beam. I might actually just get swept here. If it is Scarf Togekiss, it's gonna sweep me. Oh boy. Ooh, I should have Ice Punched. We're gonna see the swap here into Bronzong. Yeah, I think it's Bronzong coming out. Yep. Problem is I haven't gotten rid of the Dragapult yet. Maybe I could Wish Up though. That did a lot. No leftovers. Wonder if this is a Body Press or not. I really want to go Conk. I'm gonna go Conk. I don't know if he's gonna double. I don't know if he's gonna Body Press. I think the place to go Conk, because I feel like Body Press could come out here into Umbreon, and that'd be really bad against Dragapult. A Heavy Slam gonna come out. Okay. How much does it do? Oh, not much at all. Okay. Which I don't mind. Drain Punch. I want to Ice Punch really bad this time. I really do. I'm gonna Ice Punch this time. I feel like I should have Ice Punched the last time. Yeah. He got me. Oh, Stealth Rocks too. I don't have Defog. That means Frostlass is limited turns. I think this is game. Oh, that sucks for me. I'm gonna Ice Punch again. Maybe he predicts me to double. Maybe I could Wish Up, but like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw off Ice Punches, I think. So he wasn't the Iron Defense set like I thought he would be. But he is Body Press though, okay. It's looking bad. I'm gonna Ice Punch. I think going for Ice Punch and then Umbreon that time. Oh, we get the freeze. Okay. He immediately falls anyway. Goes for Heavy Slam this time. Okay. Maybe trying to call the switch to... I don't know. I'm going to go Umbreon here. I have a Berry too. I guess a Berry could help. But I think I'm going to get swept by Dragapult in the end game. Oh, I think I had to make the read when the Skunk Tank switched out, but the Skunk Tank was a threat, and I thought he would honestly just go for the Sludge Bomb. Body Press gonna come out. Doesn't KO since I'm pretty bulky. We'll get my Wiki Berry healed up. Don't know if he's gonna care about differential or not. I'm gonna go for the Wish, I suppose. I think he's just gonna go Kiss, and I can't do anything about it. Oh, he doesn't go Kiss. Okay. If he went Kiss, could have been troublesome. Oh, he is Iron Defense. Okay, so I was correct on him bringing Iron Defense. I really want to make a hard call. I really want to make a hard call. I'm going to make a hard call on him going for Heavy Slam and bringing in Rotom and hoping Rotom can maybe come back in this game. What sucks is, who am I nasty plotting on? Because if I have a chance to win, it's with Rotom and by nasty plotting. I'm going to go Rotom here on, I think, Heavy Slam. If he body presses, he catches me. But let's see. I really want to call the... Oh, he got the body. Okay. It was either that or I go Frostlass. Oh wait, I couldn't go Frostlass. Oh no. I had enough health for rocks. Do I even have a shot of winning? I think I have to go Conk anyway. Ah, geez, this one I got absolutely stomped on. Let's knock off, I guess. If he goes to Kiss now, it's gonna be kind of sad, won't lie. Knockoff gonna come out. This should knock out the Bronzong. It does knock out Bronzong, so at least I won't be going down. Was it 5-0? Get rid of the goggles. So what were my mistakes in this game? I think it was not respecting the... I didn't respect, what's it called? That Skunk Tank. That Skunk Tank was a lot more threatening than I thought. I'm trying to think if I try to win with this. Well, I don't think I can win, but like... I mean, I'm just gonna knock off anyway. If he's Scarf, he just swept me anyway with Gleam. Like, I have a feeling he might be Scarf on the Kiss, but I'm not sure. We're gonna see the Conk go down. I will go out into Frostlass, but yeah. I mean, I can't do anything. Like, Frostlass is gonna go down to Dragapult on the Revenge come out, and then I can't do anything besides that. So I'll just go for the Ice Beam here, but if he's Scarf, he just wins. Like, realistically, he just wins. He might go Lantern, but I can't do anything, really. He is gonna go to Lantern, I think. I guess respect the differential. Maybe I should went for the Shadow Ball. Unless Ice Beam 2 KOs, which it definitely could, potentially. I don't think he was Spadef. The way he took Hydro Pump damage didn't seem like it. Yeah, he's not Spadef. No Berry Eater, so I will just be able to Ice Beam. Alright, at least I'm getting differential down. So Ice Beam into the Lantern for the KO. Which means it was Skunk Tank, Togekiss, Dragapult. I guess Center Scorch was much more threatening than I thought, as well as the like, I knew he was gonna bring the Bronzong, like the Iron Defense Bronzong. I had a feeling. I think I called him my team builder. I just wasn't sure, but I didn't think he would bring Center Scorch. And the Skunk Tank, I didn't think about the nasty plot situation. Yeah, I'm just gonna Ice Beam. I mean, unless he's slower. I think he's modest, actually, based on the damage he was doing to Umbreon. X gonna come out into the Umbreon, and then he's just gonna go Togekiss to finish me off. I can't do anything unless I had Iron Tail Umbreon. Iron Tail Umbreon would be kind of fire here, unless he gives me the Dragapult for some reason. If he thinks Draco Meteor will KO, which after rocks it definitely should, actually. So unless I dodge, because let me see, min roll on Umbreon for Draco 73, and I'm at 57. Yeah, unless he misses Draco. Yep, and he's gonna go for the Draco. Good game to Emvee. I definitely didn't respect the Center Scorch as much, which was not what I was expecting, and the Skunk Tank. I really thought Obstagoon was going to be coming out, and I thought that Pokemon was going to be the threat. So yeah, good game to Emvee. Really wish I could have had a better showcasing. I had a feeling I should have clicked Ice Punch there on the Skunk Tank, but I just wasn't sure if he would just stay in, go for the Sludge Bomb, because I didn't think he needed Skunk Tank so much for the end game. But yeah, that's gonna be the game versus Emvee. So yeah, pretty tough. I think he got me on most of the cases. Like, he played that beautifully. He set up for the Skunk Tank setup, which was kind of like threatening, and then he set up for like dealing with me with the Kiss end game. The Kiss Gleam was a lot harder since I lost both my Fairy Resist. Kiss was just a hard mon to prep in general for, but Center Scorch and the Skunk Tank, that was not what I expected. I expected Skunk Tank. Thought it'd be defensive, not the case. The Bronzong kind of basically was what I thought it would be. I feel like Dragapult, there could have been so many different sets. I had a feeling he could have been Hex, but wasn't too sure. Nova Virizion just really caught me off guard. So yeah, he played extremely well. Go check out his channel, linked in the description down below. But otherwise, yeah, luckily I think we're guaranteed playoffs, so we might get to rematch Emvee at this rate. I think if he is the #1 seed, and I think he will be the #1 seed if he wins next week, or him and Joey both lose, I think it's going to be him, and then I might be the last seed actually, so I might be able to rematch Emvee, and who knows, maybe I could get some revenge there. But really good game. I enjoyed it. I got stomped on, can't lie, got stomped on, but hey, pretty good match overall. Pretty happy about that. But hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and I'll see you for week 10 of the WB, the last match before playoffs. So have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.